So, you want a normal isekai? Are you sure about that? Are you sure you can handle how normal an isekai can get? Well, by golly, if there's one thing that you're gonna feel after this episode is over, it will be anything but normal. Introducing the isekai anime that redefined what was normal. Mushoku Tensei, otherwise known as Jobless Reincarnation. Meet Rudius Grey Rat, a newly born baby who's entering a very new world full of horny people. And he is one of those people, appreciating his mom's fun bags the moment he first opens his eyes. Immediately he realizes that he's been reincarnated from being a 34-year-old man who loved playing with himself to a young, cute, innocent baby who loves playing with other things. After the deadly accident that killed him. Whoa, a deadly accident killed someone. Rudy, now with his memory still intact, lives as a baby with his parents Paul and Zenith, who are both horny turtlenecks. Okay, I know I came in talking big game about this, redefining what's normal, and all I've talked about are horny people and babies, but give me a second, okay? As he continues to live in such a new, wonderful place, which he first thought to be Europe, Rudy later realizes that his hot, sexy mama can actually do magic. Like real magic! Giving it his all, from his blood, sweat, and tears, Rudy continuously tries to learn each incantation he can read from only 5 books they have at home. Rudy practices day and night for months and years to perfect his magic, and he did. He gets so frickin' epic that one day, a water spell destroys 1/4 of his bedroom walls. As his magician skills continue to grow, his mother, thinking that her son is a gifted one, decides to give him a tutor, because she prefers her house not destroyed by water magic. So here comes his tutor, Roxy, who seems pretty normal at first. But hell no! What'd I just say? Normal is so last year. I never said that, but I'm saying it now. She's also horny. I think I need to redo the intro. Rudy learns a lot of things from Roxy. Not just how to master his skills, but also a new frackin' religion caused by the holy relic panties he stole from her. They both had a lot of fun studying and hearing all Rudy's parents' pleasure wails at night, which causes Roxy to also unflower herself with, oh my gosh. Oh wow. It's not normal. Yeah. If this is the new normal, I am scared. Oh, hey, familiar. Sup? Roxy also tells Rudy more about herself one day during their one-on-one lecture. She explains that she's actually a demon from another village. However, not like the demons who have emerald green hair called Superds. Those frickers are vicious. 1 year passes by and Rudy's magic skills advance while his swordsmanship doesn't. He spots 2 kids who are about the same age as he is pass by their house, and memories from his not so memorable past life flash back to him. His PTSD kicks in and makes him anxious from interacting with people, as his resentment of his past still lingers in his mind. Being bullied for having a little weenie makes him weak and depressed. However, before his recollections devour him, Roxy enters the scene right on time. They talk about Renoa, a place where the magic happens. Renoa is home to the University of Magic. Roxy then tells Rudy to enter that school, as she can't now level with his gifted capabilities. However, just the thought of it frightens Rudy. A year and a half later, a birthday party took place at the Grey Rat's residence. Paul gave Rudy a sword, Zenith gave him a magic spell book, and Roxy gave him a stone. Thanks. It's not just a stone, it's a rock. Think you got that reference mixed up. I think you're stupid. And it's your most redeeming quality. The gifts obviously made Rudy happy, but the following day made him smile the other way. Your transitions inspire me to commit homicide. The graduation exam will mark Roxy's duty as a tutor to an end. That's why they need to go to a place where few people are seen to cast a powerful and magical spell. At first, Rudy, being the antisocial person that he is, didn't even want to step out of their lawn, but later on took the courage and went on their merry way. Rudy expects the worst that could happen as they take their first step out of the village, but it seems like his worst anticipations actually turn out to be far better than he expected. So they arrive at an open field where no residents can be seen, and there the graduation exam took place. Doing greater than his tutor, Rudy now is officially a graduate of homeschooling and a Saint class level mage. The end of the tutoring sessions is a bittersweet feeling for both Rudy and Roxy. Despite this, Roxy still went on her way to travel the world and hone her skills with the intent to become a more powerful sorcerer. Before she bid farewell, Roxy gave Rudy a farewell gift, which Rudy promises to treasure. Roxy had no idea that he had already taken her panties and turned it into a holy relic. Oh man. Hallelujah! You're vile.
You're stupid.
You already said that.
Yeah, and you made me say it again because you didn't get it the first time.
Of course, Rudy, along with his family, cries as Roxy walks away, seeing her fade into the horizon. Rudy shows his admiration and thankfulness to Roxy for the lessons that he was able to learn that helped him cope with his past trauma. Rudy then decides to finally get out of their house and play outside. On his way to wherever place he was planning to go, he passes by a group of bullies bullying someone.
Whoa.
And as the gifted sorcerer that he is, he uses that power to fight them to help the poor little boy.
I don't like the way you said that.
And as most animes are, here comes another weak protagonist that will befriend the strong and motivational one. At first, Rudy thought Sylph here was a super. Turns out she's an elf with a rare hair color. Sylph now joins Rudy and asks him if he could teach him some tricks on how to do magic. And Rudy, as the main protagonist, went on ahead and agreed to teach him, which Rudy sees as attractive. As Rudy went back home, he was greeted by a furious look from his father. It turns out that one of the bullies' mother complained about how Rudy smashed his son's face. Though Rudy tried to explain his side, his father, engulfed with anger, sent Rudy flying with a punch. However, the heated argument then ends with Rudy standing up like a man and explaining his side of the story, which made his father feel guilty throughout the night. Good! As promised, Rudy and Sylph meet each other once again to have a little tutoring sesh. Sylph tried doing the incantationless casting that only Rudy can do, and surprisingly for a first-timer, he did it amazingly. Too amazing, raindrops started falling from the sky. Rudy immediately prepares a hot bath as soon as he and Sylph arrived at their house. He invites Sylph to take a bath with him while forcibly undressing him, and why are you doing that? Don't forcefully undress someone, especially if they turn out to be a girl. Wait, what? Yep, turns out Sylph is actually a she rather than a he. As a result, Sylph sobs in embarrassment. In order to understand the situation, Paul then had to have a conversation with Rudy in the bathtub. Paul gave Rudy some advice on what to do next. Rudy did apologize and provide Sylph an explanation. However, the outcome wasn't good. The following day, Paul again counsels Rudy, this time focusing on how to win a woman over from an amorous standpoint, since it appears that Rudy has a crush on Sylph. Rudy tried to talk to Sylph again and apologized once again, heeding the advice of his 40-year-old sexually active father. Surprisingly, Sylph isn't at all upset with Rudy and even requests that Rudy should start acting normal again. So days passed by and Zenith is pregnant, which means Rudy's a big brother now, but not to one, to two siblings. Turns out that their maid Lilia is also horny all the time.
Oh, humans.
Paul didn't have enough self-restraint and boom, another kid. Not like she was completely off the hook either. After hearing the couple have sex every night, she got a little jealous. So after teasing Rudy's father, the two shared a complete night of unadulterated passion. Going back to Zenith, she is pissed!
Oh, stop yelling in my frackin' ear.
I mean, her husband banged another woman inside their home, for frick's sake. However, Rudy comes into the scene to stop his mother from casting out Lilia and her unborn child from their home into the freezing deadly winter. Rudy convinces his mother by blaming his father, saying it was all his fault. And as weird as this anime may get, Zenith actually agreed to let Lilia stay with them. She even called her family. After a few months, Rudy now has two more siblings from different mothers. That's why he strives to get stronger to become the cool big brother. He and his father start conversing more about girls and bonking in general. His father then starts to ask him about school and if he wants to attend one, which made Rudy think, as he believes that entering Magic University would give him great benefit. Under the shadow of a big tree up on a hilltop, Rudy asks Sylph how she would feel if he would be going away from the village to attend magic school. Sylph immediately cries and hugs him, and she said she doesn't want him to leave. Later that night, Rudy's tutor, Roxy, sent him a letter talking about how she's doing, the place she's in right now, and how she's been tutoring one of the sons of an oligarch. She even let Rudy know that she was aware of her panties being stolen by him, which Rudy took as a holy relic. May I remind you a third time? Renoa Magic University has a great reputation. Rudy tries to persuade his parents to enroll him, along with Sylph, at the university because he wants to become a strong sorcerer. Unfortunately, the lack of funds say otherwise. Rudy must therefore find a way to make that money on his own. That is why his father asks a beast woman to take Rudy to a place where he can look for work. But before Rudy even knew that the woman is actually there to fetch him, his father asked him first if he was willing to leave Sylph for a while. But Rudy said he can't because he's in love and feelings. So what's his father's response to that? Oh, he knocks him out in a fight so that he didn't have a chance to refuse being taken away. Oh, what a big happy family we got here.
Okay, JonTron.
Who?
You know,
Cares. Anyways, that being said, Rudy wakes up in what seems to be a carriage. The beast woman, whose name is Who?
Cares. Ha! Got you! Frick!
Someone's butthurt.
Oh, so annoying!
Anyways, her name is Ghislaine, who's actually a sword instructor, and he hands him a letter from his father explaining everything. Rudy is actually going to another village where he will be tutoring the daughter of a very honorable family for 5 years. And during that period, he is not allowed to message nor visit home until he reaches the age of 12. When he arrives, he meets the city mayor named Philip. The mayor accompanied Rudy to meet his daughter, Edis. At first glance, Rudy immediately knew that she was the type of violent and intense protagonist in most delinquent manga. And he's right. Eris throws punches at him here and there, and Rudy even tried to fight back, but she's just too vicious. Not giving up, Rudy decided to have a game plan on how to handle such a monstrous being. To achieve his goal of saving up enough money for him and Sylph, Rudy informs the mayor of his proposition. The plan is for a group of men to capture him and Eris, making it appear like a kidnapping incident. And during that time, Rudy will teach Eris the importance of learning magic for one's safety. But the plan didn't go that way. It appeared that some of the mayor's workers actually kidnapped them for real after hearing Rudy's plan. So now what was supposed to be a staged life or death situation became a real one. Rudy tries to convince Eris of his condition to let him tutor her, or else he will leave her behind. Rudy failed at first, but Eris gave in after a while. As they try to escape the bad guys, they decided to proceed to a place called Roa to seek help and shelter. But as they arrive, the bad guys are already there waiting for them. Eris is then captured once again, and to rescue her, Rudy used his magic powers to fight them off. Because I mean, what else is he good for? Wow, that came out vicious.
Fierce!
And before everything gets out of control, Ghislaine, the Beast Lady, comes to action to help them. After being rescued, both of them get home safe. Although at first, Rudy thought he was now fired from his work that he didn't even start yet, Eris, as a result of the incident, now gave her blessings for Rudy to teach her. Fast forward a few days, and Rudy and the mayor are having a one-on-one talk. The mayor asks Rudy to lie if ever Edis's grandfather, Lord Saros, asks him about the incident. However, Rudy is so honest that he even confesses to Lord Saros that the mayor made him lie. Due to his honesty and courage, Lord Saros acknowledges him. However, Eris's mother, Hilda, doesn't seem to like him at all. Lord Saros then called Eris to let her ask Rudy to be her tutor herself. While Ghislaine begins teaching swordsmanship to Eris and Rudy also teaches magic, literacy, and math to both of them. 1 month in, and Eris is already beginning to skip classes out of boredom, to the point where Rudy needed to start looking for her in barns. Rudy asks Ghislaine to make a story full of lessons just to make Eris believe that even a strong sword king like Ghislaine also needs proper education to become even stronger. But Eris is so hard-headed that there are still days that she doesn't attend class anyway. Rudy then decides to give her 1 day off per week to encourage her in studying. During one of the said days off, Rudy, Ghislaine, and Eris went to Roa's public market. Rudy does market research on different items and compares each of their prices. Then a vendor starts calling Rudy to his stall. He started offering Rudy his newly arrived product, a secret potion that would make any woman's legs spread apart like... I know you can't actually see what I'm doing, but I'm like spreading my...
We get it!
And Rudy, being his pervy self, wanted to buy the potion, but the problem is he doesn't have enough money to buy it. Eris then started to get curious about what Rudy was doing and starts to ask questions continuously. Eris even attempts to buy Rudy an expensive book, but he refuses the offer, claiming that she cannot give presents to others without her own money. Rudy then suggests that... That ain't stopping me.
You're vile.
You're stupid.
Touche, carry on.
Rudy then suggests that she should ask her father to give her some allowance that she can use to buy things that she wants. So the very next day, she asked her father, got an allowance, and was able to buy Rudy a present. Eris bought the vial that Rudy seemed so interested in buying when they went to the market the other day. This puts Rudy in a pinch as he is in fear of revealing to Eris and Ghislaine that it is in fact an aphrodisiac. With the approaching date of Eris's 10th birthday, her dance teacher Edna Lennon asks Rudy for a favor to take over part of his tutoring